What is up, y'all? Welcome back. Today's video is going to be all about, as you probably saw from the title and thumbnail, snake shot. Even though we're never supposed to nuke snake, sometimes we have to actually pop them, or other little critters of their size. And for that job, sometimes snake shot is what you use. And for today's snake shot selection, try saying that real fast, we have the 44 Magnum 629. This is a Smith & Wesson revolver, pretty awesome one. Camera guy's letting us use it. It's not mine. I have the 69, he has the 629. This one's pretty cool. It has a 6-inch barrel. We're choosing this one today because a lot of you might actually have the 29 or the 629, the classic 44s with the big long barrels, maybe the hunting barrels. Some people carry the snubs. I carry the 69, it has a 2-inch, but a lot of people have the 69 with the 4-inch. So figured we use the big one. That'll give us the best chance as far as spread. And it's just a nice gun. It's fun to shoot. It's super accurate. I can tell you right now that this thing is zeroed 100% for the 240 grain full metal jacket flat points that we shoot out of it for fun. We'll be doing everything like we did in test number 1. So I would check that out. Very cool test. That was with 38 Special. Same protocol. 15 feet, 10 feet, 5 feet, and then about 2 feet off the target, we'll smash a couple clays and we'll hit steel. So this stuff looks just like the 38 Special as far as a brass hull. We can pretty much call it a hull because it's a shotgun shell almost. But you have the brass case, and then there's a gas check holding everything in the front. We'll have the pictures up in the corner. Basically, you have a lead disc, and then you have number 9 shot behind it. Now, I'm not actually going to count, but supposedly there's 260 count of number 9 shot in there, backed up by that 70 grain hard cast disc. Now, that mixture together making a 200 grain payload, that's not light. It's just a little bit dispersed amongst different projectiles. But the bottom line is you can use that, I think theoretically. The point behind this stuff is you can have it loaded for two-legged critter defense, but also keep it for things like snakes, rats, whatever, things that you would need shot for. But definitely going to be something that's going to be you'd want to avoid it, put it that way. You'd want to avoid getting hit by that little hard cast projectile. It's not very big. It's going to be coming out of there fast enough to do some serious damage though. So this isn't like your typical rat shot or snake shot that would just have pellets in it. It's actually got a projectile. Keep that in mind with where and how you use this. Let's shoot. All right, here's our actual bullseye target. We'll be aiming right at the center, but overlaid we have Mr. Snake. We're gonna put 1 shot in the head eventually, but 2 shots here in the body. We're gonna shoot 1 time up in the corner. The order will be 15 feet, 10 feet, 5 feet, and then about 2 feet. All right, 15 feet off that target. We've seen a snake or we have some sort of a threat that is in that self-defense distance. Let's see how we do. 15 feet. That felt like a baby out of this gun. That felt like 44 Special or something. Let's go take a look. So we actually had a very good pattern here, I would say, for that 6-inch barrel. That totally would smoke that snake. I guess he could become a snake, but that would have smoked him. That would have got plenty of his spinal column or whatever it is that a snake has, put one in his snout, one in the back of the neck there. Our projectile, however, did not hit exactly where I was aiming at. And like I said, this gun is very true to aim. We're gonna take more shots. We'll see what it does. It's almost in what I would call defensive acceptable. At 15 feet, that is just a little bit farther than I'd like to see off of center line, but it's a light projectile and it's got other stuff going on. Let's see how the next couple shots go. We'll aim here for the next one, 10 feet. All right, 10 feet off the target. We're a little bit closer. I would definitely want to take a shot at a snake if I was going to. I'm gonna really take my time. I'm gonna make sure everything is completely lined up. We got a little bit closer, but not totally on bullseye yet. Let's take a look. All right, at least I would say we are in the defensive zone. Anything in that black or anything you can cover with a hand. You notice the pattern got much denser too. So snake is definitely in trouble from both of those shots. Got one right back here. Next time we're gonna aim at the head here. I'll aim right at that diamond and I think we're gonna have some pretty severe damage, but I'm really liking what happens out of the 6-inch barrel. A lot of payload, but it's being controlled very well at these type of distances. All right, we're only 5 feet off that snake right now. This is like, oh crap territory. We're walking on a trail or something and that snake is right next to us. We gotta take care of that thing right now. We're gonna actually put one in his head because we wanna make sure. All right, I was aiming right here. I ended up taking an eyeball out. That might be a little bit close on the zeroing of this revolver, not sure, or that's just the way these discs fly. But we did get the gas check involved. That thing went in there pretty good. Actually, all I had to do is push it to get the rest of the way through. So the gas check got involved. We put a heck of a pattern. You can see that pattern's densed right about like that. That's really good for knocking the head off that snake. We're gonna get real close now. I'm gonna aim right here. I'll center my sights to actually match these sights. We'll be about 2 feet off. And I just wanna show you what basically a contact shot with this is gonna do. If you had to use this in a defensive scenario, very close, you're gonna see this is one heck of a nasty round to get hit with close. All right, to match those sights that are tilted up there, I gotta do a slight gangster tilt and, wow, that's no joke right there. That's gonna put a hurting on anything. You can even see some of the burn marks from the powder. Wow, that's big time. I mean, the thumb test right there, bigger than my thumb for sure. All that power is concentrated there with a slug going through it. All right, we set a couple clays up just for fun. We got 10 feet and 15 feet. We're just gonna shoot these with the double action trigger and pretend they're snakes on the ground, pretty much. Smoked one, smoked the other. If you remember from the 38 test, we have many more fragments here on those clays. 44 payload definitely does the job. And let's go ahead and smack steel at about 21 feet. That's a pretty good hit. That's a pretty good ring. So I was aiming here, double action trigger pull. I ended up here. I don't know if that's the ammo or me or whatever. It's definitely not the wind, even though it's pretty windy. But take a look at that pattern. We got stuff all over the place. That's not gonna be fun to get hit with no matter what you are. So even if that wasn't a perfect center shot, that's a little bit more to think about with the rest of it. Again, it's number 9 birdshot, nothing super powerful. It's more of an annoyance at distance than anything, but up close, as we saw on that target, it can penetrate when you're point blank. Well, a lot of things are point blank, but when you're that darn close, 2 feet away, wow, it's definitely something to think about. All right, so there you go, 44, kicking it up a notch over 38. 38 was not exactly a joke, but it's 38. 44 is always gonna be meaner. Like we told you in the video before though, stick around because now we have 45 Colt and 500 Magnum to test. We're gonna try to do it today if we don't get blown away from the wind, but that should be pretty cool. Stay tuned for those videos. They'll be coming out within a day or two of this one. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you to Camera Guy for letting us use his awesome 629.
Anytime, Tom.
Until we see you next time, stay safe, have fun, and keep shooting.